Hey guys, it is Anthony with Top String Lacrosse. We're back with you to break down and review the all-new ECD Weapon X 2.0 Lacrosse Head. Obviously, this is going to be the second iteration of the Weapon X series, where ECD has done a phenomenal job. And this is going to be 5 years since they put out the Weapon X, so there's a good amount of upgrades with this head. Let's get into it. And the first key detail when it comes to the Weapon X 2.0 head is going to be the question that we always get asked when it comes to new products is, what is the weight? So let's go back to the Weapon X1 first. The Weapon X1 in white and black weighed in at 5.75 ounces, and the natural weighed in at 5.7. So the new Weapon X 2.0 in that white and black option weigh in at 5.15 ounces, and the natural weighs in at 5.1. So that's a nice lot of savings on the weight there, and that is going to be a nice key detail for the Weapon X 2.0. And the second key detail for the Weapon X 2.0 is going to be the design of the head. So if we compare this to the original Weapon X, those sidewall slats looking from the side, making that X pattern, those are going to carry over from the Weapon X 1 to the 2.0. The way that head flexes is going to kind of stay the same there. But looking at the head, you're going to see the Weapon X1 had that extended Faceoff stem, comes about 1.5 inch length, where the 2.0 is going to have just an inset stem. So you're still going to need that open-ended shaft for those to go into. It's still going to work that same way, just ECD was able to find a way to get that a little bit shortened. And the big thing with the design of the Weapon X 2.0 is going to be the flexibility. So if we take the Weapon X 2.0 in white and we give that a squeeze all the way through there, that's going to be very similar to Weapon X1 Natural with that extra flex. So Weapon X 2.0 white and black, similar flex to the 1.0 Natural. And where this really is going to shine is the 2.0 Natural, and this thing is buttery all the way through, very flexible throughout the head. And that third key detail for the ECD Weapon X 2.0 head is going to be the stringability. So if we look at these two heads from the Weapon X1 to the 2.0, the Weapon X1 had 15 sidewall holes, and the Weapon X2 has 14 sidewall holes. So down in that lower third, you're going to have to get a little bit more creative, but really when you get that thing strung up, you find out the way that you kind of want it done, this thing strings up really, really nice with that low pocket. You could really get creative on that bottom third to get it strung up just the way that you want it. And the fourth and final key detail for the ECD Weapon X 2.0 is the player profile. So compared to the Weapon X1, we're going to say with that added flexibility of these heads, these are going to be a little bit more for those FOGO players compared to those FOSO players. Obviously, they can still use it, but with that added flexibility, might not have as much accuracy on those throws, those shots. So we would gear more of this towards the FOGO side of the Faceoff guys. And to wrap up all the key details for the ECD Weapon X 2.0 Lacrosse Head, we're going to start off with the weight. This is going to be compared to the Weapon X1. The Weapon X2 is going to be 0.6 ounces lighter, so it's going to be a nice subtraction of the weight there. Next will be the flex of the Weapon X 2.0. So if we take that Weapon X 2.0 in white and black, they're going to flex more similarly to the Weapon X1 in the natural. And that Weapon X 2.0 is going to have much more flexibility in that natural variant of the head. So those guys looking for that additional flex, that's what they're going to be looking for. And with the face-off stem, Weapon X 2.0 is still going to have a face-off stem compared to Weapon X1 that had an 1.5 inch extended stem. The Weapon X 2.0 stem is inset in the throat, so you'll still need that open shaft to put that head on. And then next will be the stringability. Weapon X1 had 15 sidewall holes. Weapon X 2.0 will have 14 sidewall holes. So really when it comes to that bottom third of the head, you have to get a little bit creative, but once you get that dialed in, this head strings up fantastic. And for the player fit for the Weapon X 2.0, we're going to gear this more towards the FOGO players with this new flex to the head compared to those FOSOs. Again, FOSOs can still use the head, but with that added flexibility, probably a little bit more geared toward those FOGO players. So that wraps up our review and breakdown of the all-new ECD Weapon X 2.0 head. You can get yours with us in each of our Top String Lacrosse locations or shop with us online at topstringlacrosse.com. In the description down below, we'll put the link so you can purchase yours directly as quick as possible. And again, these heads are going to be available in the stock versions of white, black, that more flexible natural color. And we have these dyes that we've done as well in red, orange, volt, green, blue, purple, and pink. So a lot of different options to suit your game, suit the way that you want them to look. Thanks for always watching, guys. If you have any questions about the ECD Weapon X 2.0 head, put those in the comment section down below. Make sure we get back to you as soon as possible. Make sure you have our feed subscribed so when we release these videos, you get them as soon as possible. Do us a favor, make sure you hit this likes button up top too. That really helps us out. If you'd like to follow us on all our social media feeds, we'll have those in the description below. Really appreciate that. Thanks for always watching. We'll see you guys out there.